Why did the ice cube refuse to go to the sauna? Because it didn't want to lose its cool. Have you noticed the trend? Or sweating it out in a sauna? It seems like everywhere you look, someone is shivering in an ice bath. Split-screen ice bath on the left, sauna on the right, athletes, entrepreneurs, everyday people. They post about it online, talking about a massive shift in their energy, focus, and mood. It's not just a fad, it's a deliberate practice rooted in our biology. We are intentionally putting ourselves into states of discomfort. Why? Because the deliberate induction of stress, when done correctly, is one of the most powerful tools we have for enhancing our mental and physical health. This isn't about punishing your body. It's about activating ancient biological circuits designed to make you stronger and more resilient. The human body is an incredible machine, built to adapt to its environment. And these practices tap directly into that adaptive power. Think of your body's internal state as a comfortable room, always hovering around a perfect temperature. But our ancestors didn't have this luxury. This deliberate stressor, or hormesis, triggers a cascade of beneficial neurochemicals and proteins that don't get released when we are constantly comfortable. This intentional engagement with thermal stress is a fundamental principle of building resilience. It's like lifting weights for your nervous system. In the following sections, we will break down exactly what is happening at a neurobiological level when you step into that ice-cold water or that sweltering sauna. The moment your body hits cold water, a powerful and immediate biological response is triggered. This is often called the cold shock response. Your first instinct is to gasp for air and get out as fast as possible. This is your sympathetic nervous system kicking into high gear. Heart rate increases. Breathing becomes rapid. Your body is flooded with adrenaline. This initial shock is uncomfortable, but it sets off positive adaptations. Your brain perceives the cold as a survival threat and scrambles to protect you. Blood vessels in your limbs and skin constrict. Blood is shunted toward your core to protect vital organs. It's a primal response we can leverage for modern benefits. Fascinatingly, you can learn to control this response. Instead of panicking, you can train yourself to remain calm. You can consciously slow your breathing and override the initial fight or flight impulse. This is top-down control. Your prefrontal cortex, the thinking, planning part, exerts control over primitive brainstem areas. Staying calm under physical stress is resilience training. You're teaching your mind to master reflexive responses. This skill translates to handling psychological stress in daily life. As you sit in the cold, your body releases a cocktail of neurochemicals. One key chemical is norepinephrine, also called noradrenaline. Vigilance, focus, attention, mood. Cold triggers a massive, sustained release of norepinephrine, not a short spike like caffeine. It can rise 200 to 500% and stay elevated for hours after you get out. That's why people feel alert, clear-headed, and in a positive mood for much of the day after a morning plunge. It's like a reset for your brain's attention systems. Cold also triggers a big release of dopamine. Dopamine, motivation, drive, reward. The plunge creates a sustainable pathway for dopamine release that yields sustained mood and motivation without addictive potential or a post-high crash. You teach your body to generate its own motivation and reward, creating a foundation for a positive and productive mindset all day. Let's dive deeper into norepinephrine because it is a true superstar in the context of cold exposure. This neuromodulator is released from a small area in your brainstem called the locus coeruleus. Think of the locus coeruleus as the brain's alarm system. When it releases norepinephrine, it broadcasts a signal throughout your entire brain that says, "Wake up and pay attention." This is not a subtle suggestion, it's a command. This is why after a cold plunge, the world seems sharper. Colors appear more vivid. Your ability to focus on a single task is dramatically enhanced. You are not just more awake, you are in a state of heightened vigilance and readiness. This is the neurochemical state you want to be in before an important meeting, a difficult exam, a deep work session. The sustained release of norepinephrine is what sets cold exposure apart from other stimulants. A cup of coffee gives you a quick jolt, but it can also come with jitters and a subsequent crash. The norepinephrine release from a cold plunge is different. It creates a calm, focused state of alertness. You feel energized, but not frantic. This is because the release is regulated by your body's own internal systems in response to a real physical stimulus. You are harnessing a natural biological process, not artificially manipulating it with an external substance. This creates a much cleaner and more stable form of energy and focus that can last for many hours, providing a solid foundation for mental performance without the negative side effects. Furthermore, norepinephrine has a profound impact on learning and memory. It's as if norepinephrine highlights the important information and tells your brain, "Remember this." By strategically using cold exposure before a learning bout, you can effectively enhance your brain's ability to retain new information. You are creating the optimal neurochemical environment for neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience. This makes cold plunges a powerful tool for students, professionals, anyone looking to acquire new skills. Finally, norepinephrine plays a crucial role in regulating mood and combating depression. Cold water immersion provides a natural, non-pharmacological way to achieve a similar effect. It helps to elevate mood and anti-anxiety effect, providing a sense of resilience and capability. Now, let's switch gears and step into the heat. Sauna use, a practice that has been around for thousands of years, offers a complementary set of benefits for your brain and body. When you enter a hot sauna, your body initiates a response that is, in many ways, the mirror image of the cold shock response. Your heart rate increases, not unlike light cardiovascular exercise, as your body works to cool itself down. Your blood vessels dilate, increasing blood flow to your skin to release heat. This gives your cardiovascular system a gentle workout, improving flexibility and efficiency over time. You are training your circulatory system to be more adaptive and responsive. This increased blood flow isn't just in your skin, it's happening in your brain too. Dilation means more oxygen and more nutrients are delivered to brain cells. Enhanced perfusion can improve cognitive function and support long-term brain health. But the benefits go deeper. Heat stress triggers release of specific molecules that change your mental state. One key player, endorphins. Endorphins are your body's natural opioids, pleasure and pain relief. Mild heat discomfort prompts their release, leading to euphoria and well-being, a runner's high. Another molecule, dynorphin. Dynorphin initially causes discomfort and agitation in very hot environments. It can make you want to leave. But the body seeks balance, homeostasis. In response, your brain upregulates, increases sensitivity of endorphin receptors. After the sauna, you become more sensitive to your own pleasure molecules. The net effect, a lasting improvement in baseline mood. You're training your body to be more receptive to happiness and contentment. Adapting to heat stress teaches resilience. By staying in mild discomfort, you show your body and mind you can tolerate and overcome challenges. This builds grit and mental fortitude. Sitting with heat discomfort, knowing benefits follow, strengthens delayed gratification. This mental training, like top-down control in cold plunges, extends beyond the sauna. It helps you stay focused on long-term goals. It helps you maintain a positive outlook, even when things get tough. Heat exposure also triggers molecular signals that support brain growth and repair. Next up, cellular cleanup. One of the most remarkable benefits of sauna use happens at the cellular level through the activation of something called heat shock proteins, or HSPs. Think of HSPs as your cell's personal maintenance crew or quality control team. When your body is exposed to heat stress, these proteins are produced in large quantities. Their primary job is to protect other proteins within your cells from being damaged or misfolded. When proteins lose their correct three-dimensional structure, they can clump together and become toxic. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Heat shock proteins act like molecular chaperones. They find proteins that are starting to lose their shape. They help them refold correctly. They shuttle away proteins that are damaged beyond repair for recycling. This is a fundamental process of cellular cleanup and repair. By regularly using a sauna, you increase production of these HSPs. That boosts your body's ability to maintain cellular health. This is especially important in the brain. Accumulation of misfolded proteins in the brain can have devastating consequences. Regular sauna use helps keep neurons clean and functioning optimally. That may contribute to long-term brain health and protect against age-related cognitive decline. This cellular repair mechanism also impacts mental health, especially depression. Heat stress has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. In part, that's through the action of heat shock proteins. HSPs can help reduce levels of inflammatory cytokines that negatively impact brain function and mood. By reducing systemic inflammation, sauna use helps create a neurochemical environment more conducive to positive mood and clarity. Heat exposure also increases expression of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. BDNF is often described as miracle grow for the brain. It supports neuron survival, encourages neurogenesis, synapse growth, and promotes neuroplasticity, strengthening your brain for the future. Regular sauna use can help your brain grow stronger, more connected, and more resilient. While cold plunges and saunas are each powerful on their own, combining them can unlock a new level of benefit for your brain and mental health. This practice, often called contrast therapy, involves alternating between the extreme heat of the sauna and the intense cold of an ice bath. This rapid shift in temperature forces your body to adapt quickly, providing a robust workout for your entire physiological system. Think of it as interval training for your autonomic nervous system. You are rapidly switching between the sympathetic fight-or-flight response in the cold and the parasympathetic rest and digest response that follows, teaching your body to become more flexible and efficient at navigating different states. The transition from hot to cold is particularly powerful. When you are in the sauna, your blood vessels are dilated and blood is flowing freely to your extremities. When you then plunge into the ice bath, those vessels constrict dramatically. This creates a powerful pumping action that flushes metabolic waste products out of your muscles and tissues and floods them with fresh, oxygenated blood. This process can significantly reduce inflammation, alleviate muscle soreness, and accelerate recovery. From a mental health perspective, this reduction in systemic inflammation is key. Inflammation is closely linked to mood disorders and brain fog. You are essentially power washing your system at a cellular level. This deliberate back and forth also builds profound mental resilience. The act of leaving the comforting heat of the sauna to willingly face the shock of the cold water is a powerful exercise in mental fortitude. It requires you to override your instinct for comfort and choose a path of deliberate challenge. Each time you complete a cycle, you are reinforcing the neural pathways associated with discipline and grit. You are proving to yourself, on a deep physiological level, that you can handle discomfort and come out stronger on the other side. This builds a powerful sense of self-efficacy that translates directly to how you approach challenges in your work, relationships, and personal life. Combining hot and cold also amplifies the release of the beneficial neurochemicals we've discussed. You get the massive norepinephrine, dopamine, endorphin, dynorphin modulation from the heat, which enhances your baseline sense of well-being. When used together, these practices create a potent neurochemical cocktail that leaves you feeling alert, calm, focused, and resilient. It's a comprehensive reset for your mind and body. You are leveraging ancient adaptive circuits to build a brain optimized for high performance, creativity, and happiness. If you're feeling inspired to try these practices, it's important to start safely and intelligently. You don't need a state-of-the-art setup to begin. For cold exposure, a simple cold shower is a great entry point. Start by ending your regular warm shower with 15 to 30 seconds of the coldest water you can tolerate. Focus on controlling your breathing. The goal is not to endure the longest time, but to learn to stay calm during the initial shock. Over time, you can gradually increase the duration. When you're ready, you can progress to an ice bath. Use a simple bathtub or a large stock tank filled with cold water and ice. Aim for a water temperature that is uncomfortably cold but safe, 40 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 to 15 degrees Celsius. For your first few sessions, keep them brief. Aim for 1 to 3 minutes in the cold water. Most of the neurochemical benefits, especially norepinephrine release, happen in the first few minutes. If you start to shiver violently, feel dizzy, or feel disoriented, it's time to get out. Always have a warm towel ready and warm clothes to change into when you exit the water. When it comes to sauna use, similar principles apply. Start with shorter sessions at a moderate temperature. Aim for 5 to 10 minutes in a sauna heated to around 175 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit, 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. The most important rule, hydrate. Drink plenty of water before, during, and after your session. As you adapt, gradually increase sessions to 15 to 20 minutes. Most studies link benefits to 2 to 4 sauna sessions per week. Consistency beats intensity, especially at the start. Beginner protocol infographic. Ultimately, find a protocol that works for you. Experiment with timing. Some prefer cold exposure in the morning for norepinephrine's alerting effects. Others prefer the sauna in the evening to aid sleep. Listen to your body's feedback and adjust. Use these tools to build resilience, not to punish yourself. Safely stepping outside your comfort zone taps your body's innate intelligence. You're activating pathways that can sharpen your mind, elevate your mood, and build unshakable health. The power to supercharge your brain is already within you. You just need to turn on the right switches. Start small, be consistent, stay safe, and enjoy the benefits. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more science-backed wellness guides.